All right. I'm going to go ahead and just post these today. That way, y'all don't have to wait forever. You know, we all do have to move forward. I think that it's so hard because I think a lot of people have made themselves, well, I'll put it this way. They've created their online persona and it has become their real persona. And I hope that I don't end up that way, you know? And so I'm going to be doing less content, I think, to a point. In terms of that, I'm going to try to go down the same route that Comrade Brutus is doing, where they're talking. He's talking more about NBA stats and scores. I'll probably talk more about local issues in Texas, and maybe I'll talk more about kung fu movies a little bit. I'll see how it goes. Like I say, you gotta be careful with that, but um, I'm gonna see where it goes from there. But I think that it's better to do it that way. I've been trying to work out some more again. I really don't have the effort. I can go up to the gym. I still have the ability to do that because they still charge me for it. The school does, since I am still a student. But I'm probably not going to go up there as much. There's only if it's only there basically to lift weights, and half the time I go in there, they're all sitting there, playing with their phones, and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Nah, screw it." So I have this older DVD that I had way back when. DVD set of, oh hell, I'll just say it, Focus T25. 25 minutes a day. That's pretty easy. It's like, hell, I could even do that. So I figure when I get up, walk around a little bit, then I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. Put in the DVD and just do that for 25 minutes, stretch it out, and I can move on with the day. What little I do. But yeah, this is how I'm trying to move forward. And I think it's important because not to say that I'm not going to fall into bad routines again, but I think that it's unhealthy to be online all the time. And I've tried to have days where I just shut the laptop and I go out, walk around maybe, or I may drive around just to just to clear the air. It's also important because I'm going to be going into, hopefully this year, going to be getting back into the job market, which is something I haven't had a real job that wasn't a temp job in about 4 years. And now I'm going to be going out there into that and hopefully insurance. I don't know why. I just feel like insurance will be all right for me. And I'll see what's available and get my license from the state of Texas and go from there. But I feel like, you know, I have a fairly good, you know, I have my moments, I think, where I can fool people long enough, but sometimes, stuff comes out and, it's nice to say, well, I'm a dissident, this and that, but it's like, look, I got to pay the bills, man. I don't have I don't have pay pigs that are willing to give me money through, Bitcoin or anything else. I'm not going to ask you to, don't worry. So I gotta find a way to pay the bills, and move out of my parents' house eventually, you know. I know that's a pipe dream at this point, but I'd like to. I like to make enough money to get the hell out of my parents' house. I don't know. I'm just trying to come to realizations and try not to fall back into patterns and be like, well, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do this instead or be a LARPer. It's just like I know that, as you get older, I'll explain this to the younger folks, is that you have to just accept who you are and what you are. And I'm not gonna go into detail about that. What I will say is that for me, I'm some approaching a 40-year-old cracker, some honky who really, you know, as a lot of, older millennials like me will realize is that we don't have a ton of experience in a lot of stuff, and that basically I have BS'd my way through life enough to kind of get by. Um, and you just have to kind of realize that, and you're just kind of like, oh shit. But I don't know. Like I say, that's just representative of me. I'm sure that there are plenty of millennials and folks who have a lot more experience in life in general. But I feel like, you know, we all have to accept who we are and just say, all right, this is who I am. I think there are people that do that. And I don't know. For me, I'm not quite ready to admit that, I'm just some slobby guy who's going to be a bureaucrat, most likely, or be some insurance agent working in an office. I mean, who the hell knows? But that is my reality, though. It's not pretty, but I know that that's probably going to be where I'm at. And there are other things too, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to make y'all depressed or, please feel sorry for me. No, I don't want y'all to feel sorry for me. You should be proud to live your lives no matter what it is, Carpe diem, seize the day, You shouldn't be worried about what some person on the internet says about you. Who cares, I don't know. I just say that where it's just like, unironically, unironically, people will say, "Oh, you're living rent free, bro," and you have to be able to be like, maybe I don't want to live rent free. Maybe I should just move on with my life and forget about those folks, as I have done with other things in life, and move on. I don't know. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop making YouTube videos for now, but I feel like, that's the path I have to go down eventually. I'm just looking outside and it's cold and, the wind's blowing. And I think to myself, eventually, it's going to get warmer out again. And, folks are going to be going to the bars and all that business. Well, they're still doing that, but, and you say, how do we move forward? I don't know. Maybe I'm just spitballing here, but you have to ask that question to yourself. I'm asking myself that question. What's life like outside of, getting a degree in marketing? What's life going to be like for me? I can't just run away to another country and think, man, I'm going to make it, because I was going to make this another video, but I think that Americans shouldn't travel. I'll be honest with you, because Americans are far too destroyed by the media and by, just by cultural things that we don't need to screw up these other countries. Why don't we just stay here? Other countries in the world don't want to deal with our bullshit. Why should we have to? Or why should they have to? Why should they put up with stuff that they have no reason to, Why should China have to deal with, any sort of, racial issues or whatever? It's like, that's up to the Chinese people to decide what to do. Or Japan or wherever else, that, expats go, to explain their reasons for why they live the way they do. It's like, it's none of our business. We can't even handle our own shit here in this country. But the United States has to move forward. And who knows if it's going to happen in my lifetime, because we're headed down We're headed down the privatization road. We're headed down towards the road to war with Iran. We're headed towards the road to, more censorship, and everything else. And I just feel like, damn, it's going to get rough, bro. And I don't know where to go from there. But what you can do for your life is just to say, do I need to be a LARPer and think to myself, yeah, I'm going to be this or I'm going to be that or I'm going to fight for, my race or I'm going to fight, for the proletariat or something. It's like, yeah, you can do that. I'm not going to sit here, well, hold on, not for the white race, but hold on. But if you want to fight for the proletariat, you can do that. But I feel like, are you willing to pay the price for those things in terms of going to jail or in terms of being put on a list or whatever, And that's not obviously I'm recording this on the 27th. This is, for those that saw, I was on with Comrade Brutus earlier. And that's not to smear anybody. I'm just saying that just thinking about it. But it's like, people have to be, I don't think a lot of folks, I'll be honest with you, I don't have the cojones to go out there and do that. It's like I'm older, I'm not completely broken down yet, but I know that, man, I don't, like I say, I'm too much of a child in a lot of ways. I'll admit, and I see things too academically, or I just see things from a book wise thing, or maybe from a video wise sort of thing, what I see on YouTube. And I realize, you can't live life like that. You can't completely live your life that way. We do it because we don't want to go out there. That's really the truth of it. We just want to be able to say F you to the people that we don't like without having to engage of how did those people get there? I'm not saying, oh, you should have, complete sympathy. No, I'm just saying is that you have to understand how people got to that place. You could do all the videos in the world about, racism and whatnot, but I don't think that if you're a white person, you're never going to completely understand what black folks, melanated people, whichever term you want to use, never going to completely understand. Never. Even if you lived in the projects your whole life as a white dude, I don't think you're ever going to completely understand, that situation. But this has been going on for 13 minutes now, and once again, it's just like, holy crap. I use this as therapy. I continue to repeat that these are therapy videos, and I just hope that someone can take some solace of it and just say, okay, I don't know. I do realize to a point that I can't. It's like, imagine being 40 years old and taking, Ethan Ralph seriously. I can't do it. I stopped listening to him a few years ago. It's like I see that he's still on Trovo or whatever, but it's like, imagine being a grown man and listening to Nick Fuentes. It's like, maybe this is me shitting on folks, but it's like, you got to move on from that, man. Imagine being a Zoomer and you're going to be like 45 years old and still saying, well, yeah, Nick Fuentes, I remember being online, and Nick Fuentes was such a great hero, That would be sad. That's just sad. I don't care what you say. That's sad. And it goes to show just how culture has shifted and how, people have been so indoctrinated by the internet and by internet personalities that they think somehow that those, you get that parasocial relationship and you're just like, you think they're your friend or that they speak for you. It's like, man, I hope I never come to that point. It's like, man, I don't know. I'm in my feelings a little bit. I'm in my feelings, as they say. I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. It's just, it's not even so much about de-radicalization. It's just like, just turn off the internet and go outside, And I know it's like, yeah, a lot of folks may be broke or they may be, disabled or whatever, but it's like just go outside and walk around, you know, maybe work a job if you can, if they'll let you, you know, even if it's a temp job and you don't like it, but get some sort of experience and have a reason to hate things as they are, before you start talking shit. And that goes for me too. Like I say, it's been about 4 years since I've had a regular job. I have worked. I did work a temp job. I think in 2018. I think it was 2018. Like I say, time is an illusion for me at this point. It's all just kind of a blur. But so I did work a temp job. It was a night shift job. But in general, I don't think I've been a while since I've had an actual job. I've just been living off the government and living off what money my mom and dad give me. And now I'm reaching that point where it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to go out in the real world again. you know. And I probably will be in my parents' house for at least another 4 or 5 years. Who knows? But oh man, it's hard to think about. Anyway, enough about my issues. I hope that all of my subscribers, at least the ones that hear this, I hope y'all are going through life as normally as you can, whatever normal is. I hope that y'all can, do something positive. Like I say, these are empty platitudes, I realize, but it's like I hope that someone can take some solace from this and say, yeah, maybe I should turn off the internet for a little bit, or I need to move forward with my life and, go out there and do something. I don't know. Maybe it's just I sound like a fucking Hollywood celebrity, don't I? Well, go out there and do something, bro. Learn to code, bro. I don't know. I'm just saying is that we want to. It's like I want to move forward towards something. I don't want to end up in the same patterns when before I went to college in the first place. Where I was working temp jobs, where I was working at Target or something like that. I don't know, man. Like I say, it's world is a constantly changing place. You change. Hopefully you're not as wild as you were, and hopefully I'm not as fuck you to managers as much as I was. And I don't know. I'll just see how it goes. But that's all I can really say. Yeah. But I hope y'all enjoyed that long rant. And I know y'all like, I'm not going to sit through an 18-minute video of some guy saying, I always repeat that. I always repeat it, not just in the ironic sense, but I say that as holy shit. Well, I hope y'all enjoy that. See you later. Goodbye.